Hola chicos, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Yo soy profesora Z y estamos aquí con la lista de vocabulario. We are here with the vocabulary list. Let's get started here by repeating after me. I'm going to say it in Spanish and you can see the English there next to it. When I say the Spanish, you are going to repeat after me to the video. Yes, that will be very silly for you to do in the comfort of your own bedroom or living room, but please do it because it's important for your mouth to start saying the correct Spanish sounds. Okay, so here we go. El español, el inglés, el estudiante, la clase, la carpeta, las actividades para empezar, la tarea. ¿Entiendes? No entiendo. Más despacio, por favor. No sé. Repitan, por favor. And did you notice my R at the beginning of a word? My roll, my trill. Saquen una hoja de papel. Siéntense. ¿Tienen preguntas? ¿Cómo se dice en español, inglés? So me saying the part is the whatever you're going to fill in the blank with. And I think that makes more sense than saying like blah, blah, or I don't know, something in Spanish. So the blank is going to be whatever you're asking. How do you say whatever in Spanish, or how do you say whatever in English is what you're going to use. ¿Cómo se escribe en español? Okay, moving on to the question words. ¿Quién? ¿Qué? ¿Cuándo? ¿Dónde? ¿Por qué? Why? ¿Por qué? Back up to the other side. Our greetings and goodbyes. Hola. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. And something I want to point out is that day is masculine. So we're going to say buenos días because our O's, you should start to understand, are masculine. And our A's are going to be feminine. And afternoons are feminine. Buenas tardes. Adiós. Nos vemos. Nos vemos. You maybe will hear me say that more like a B sound. I do that sometimes because of the accent I kind of developed in Chile. So you can say nos vemos or you can say nos vemos like I do sometimes. Perdón. Por favor. Muchas gracias. De nada. El señor. La señora. La señorita. La profesora. El profesor. Okay, talking about the days. Ayer. Hoy. Mañana. I kind of do this like hand motion thing. Ayer is yesterday. Hoy is today. And mañana is tomorrow. What's going to happen in the future. Okay, page 2. Cognado. El alfabeto. Tu nombre. ¿Cómo? Okay, moving on to the fun stuff, things that are actually full phrases. How to introduce yourself or meet someone in a polite way in Spanish. The most important conversation that you'll have, because any person that you're meeting for the first time, you'll have to use this. So first we have, hola, me llamo, ¿cómo te llamas? Hopefully you repeated after me just then. Let's do it one more time. Hola, me llamo, and then the is your name. ¿Cómo te llamas? So hola is hello, me llamo is I call myself blank. ¿Cómo te llamas is what's your name? What do you call yourself? So if I were introducing myself to someone and I was going to say Profe Z, then I'd say, hola, me llamo Profe Z. ¿Cómo te llamas? Can you see how I filled the blank with my name? In your case, you would fill it with your first name. And let's pretend estudiante uno, student number one, is asking estudiante número dos, student number two. Student number two is going to answer, what do you call yourself? What's your name? And they're going to say, me llamo, They're going to say their name. I call myself, Let's pretend their name is Mary. Me llamo Mary. Back to student one, estudiante uno, un gusto. It's a pleasure. Estudiante dos says, el gusto es mío. The pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine. El gusto es mío. The pleasure is mine. Okay. Hopefully that repeating was good. We are going to now move to these boxes back here on your copy for how to spell your name using the Spanish alphabet. Hopefully you signed into class on Monday and Tuesday, in which we sang and bopped around to the Spanish alphabet. I had a great time. Hopefully you did too. In that process, though, you learned how to pronounce all the alphabet letters, in which case that means you should know how to say all of the letters to tell someone how to spell your name. So if they asked you, ¿Cómo se escribe tu nombre? How do you write your name? Then you would write out the example. So my first name is Callie. I'm going to write C-A-L-L-I, but in Spanish, I would pronounce that out to somebody, C-A-L-L-E. Does that make sense? So what I want you to do is I want you to write out how you would pronounce those letters. If someone asked you, how do you spell your name? But they were asking you in Spanish, you would answer back, C-A-L-L-E. So for example, if I asked you to do that for a speaking part of a quiz or a test, for example, hint, hint, you would be able to do that for me. Okay, last name or names. I only have one last name, and it is Zestapol. So I'm going to put here the letters and then pronounce like this, Z-A-S-T-O-U-P-I-L. And that's how I would pronounce spelling Zastapol. Hopefully you're with me. Send me emails if you have questions. And when I see you in person or for a personal meeting on Google Meet, I can help you figure out how your name would be pronounced out. But hopefully you can figure it out based on your alphabet notes. Next, a couple more to repeat down here. It looks like ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? Repitan, chicos. ¿Quién es? Se llama Okay, so ¿Quién es is who is he, she, or they. It's kind of like who are they? And then se llama is they're called blah. So for example, if I'm watching a soccer game and the player is super good, then I could turn to my friend who speaks Spanish and I could be like, ¿Quién es? And they would know I'm talking about the really good player, and they would be like, se llama Lionel Messi. And so then I'd be like, oh, okay, so I'd be like, who is it? Who are they? And you'd be like, oh, they're called whatever. Se llama Lionel. So now a challenge, let's see if you can figure it out. Obviously it's right here, but your challenge is how to say, who is the student in Espanol? Who is the student? And I'm going to pretend like I didn't show you the answer just now. And you can write all of this down on your own note sheet. And thank you for repeating with me today, chicos. Adiós. Nos vemos pronto.